Whitetail deer all come in different shapes and sizes, especially when it comes to the whitetail buck. For the hunter, they don't care if they're thin or fat. What they really care about is what's on top of their head. And when it comes to that, size matters. So the question has to be asked, if every year you could walk away with a 180-inch giant, no questions asked, what would you be willing to sacrifice?
If you had a guarantee to shoot a 180-inch buck every single year, what would you give up important in your life?
Coffee. And that's saying something, because it's pretty important in my life.
I gotta be honest, I don't know that I would give anything up to make that happen, and here's the reason why. Because I don't really know what that feels like to even shoot a deer.
Okay, so here I'll answer for her. You're gonna have to give up some time at home.
Okay.
To come out and hunt
You
some
know
deer.
what? I'm gonna have to give up the kids. That's what I would have to give up in order to do it.
Ernie DeSantis, Dearborn, Michigan. Ernie DeSantis, Dearborn, Michigan.
Another hunting season has arrived in Michigan. And for Ernie, he knows that to see deer like this, and this, he needs something very important on his property: food and water. It not only attracts the bucks, but most importantly, keeps the does around. And we all know that if you have the females on your property during the rut, then you can pull in bucks from the surrounding area.
It would not be the start of a deer season without the inaugural Gallagher fencing moment. All right, you guys, here it is. Big day today. Gallagher 2024.
Fence day.
Old Benny boy from Michigan Food Plot Services came in, put in corn, put in beans a couple weeks ago. We talk about it so much, but we have tried to put in beans, we've tried to put in corn. And you might get them to pop, and you might even get them to leaf out. But these deer will come in and they'll completely clear it out. So while it's fresh and they're beginning to emerge, we want to get it locked up.
Because of all the hard work Ernie and his family have put into their property, the deer population is booming. Protecting his food plots has never been more critical. That's why the Fix crew has turned to Gallagher fencing. Easy to set up, reliable, and built to keep the whitetails where they belong.
Next up, you can see we got our 3 strands. They're not live yet. Inside perimeter, and we're gonna put our Energizer right over here, put in our ground rod, and then we'll be good to go. This will be safe.
When the pressure is on, there's nothing like a Gallagher fence to keep a food plot protected until deer season.
The moment of truth, you got 2 modes, wildlife mode and cattle mode. Obviously, we're not locking up any cattle in here, so we're just gonna switch her over to wildlife mode. And that little clicking sound is the sound of your food plot being protected.
With one plot prepped, there was still another to fix up. It was finally time to meet up with
The man, the myth, the legend, Benny O, Michigan Food Plot Services.
or better known as the man with the green thumb. The boys are back at the alfalfa field they planted last year to assess the damage caused by all the deer it brought in.
So of course we have the maestro, the dirt maestro out here today. And Ben put alfalfa in here last year, and it's coming to fruition. Shot a beautiful turkey over it. But we got a lot of mouths to feed, man. What'd you say about the struggle?
The struggle is real out here. This is probably only in, I don't know, 1/8 of an acre generously. But there's just too many mouths and not enough food. They love alfalfa. Trying to keep them out of here for a minute and letting the alfalfa get tall enough so that they hopefully can't keep up with it. But it's definitely a struggle. So if we didn't fence in the beans and the corns, like That'd be the same problem there. That was a shout out to you, Vinny.
The stuff that's growing in this plot is beans and corns.
If you had a guarantee to shoot a 180-inch buck every single year, what important thing in your life would you give up?
So, if I was guaranteed a 180-inch deer every year, the important thing that I would give up is my breakfast routine. I wouldn't put out all the oatmeal. I wouldn't put out the protein shake.
I would probably give up alcohol and chewing tobacco.
That's serious. How is that gonna
That's gonna save me time.
Oh.
Realize how much time? If I just grab a granola bar and go, right? Now I'm guaranteed 180-inch deer every year. Boom.
After taking a closer look at the food plots, Benny Oliverio had one key recommendation. Get another Gallagher fence up, and fast.
Just under a quarter acre. I'd say we've fenced off 90% of it. Come back in about a month and check it out. We got a Reconics over there spying on it, so.
Now, a month later, with the fencing in place and the plots coming together, there's just one final piece to the puzzle.
All right, family, here it is. Today's the big day. Why is it such a big day?
Wrapping up the food plots.
That's right, wrapping up the food plots, and look at this corn jungle.
Looks amazing. We're excited to get out here today and wrap this up, get some tall tine tubers overseeded in here and see how it does.
Yeah, we got to get them right down the rows, right? A nice trick that Ben Oliverio from Michigan Food Plot Services taught me was in between the rows of soybeans, seed in your tall tine tubers.
With the last bag of Whitetail Institute seed hitting the dirt, Ernie's food plots are finally complete. It's been weeks of prep, fencing, and fine-tuning every detail with Benny O. And now, the real waiting game begins.
Gosh, it smells good. Man, that smells good.
In the next few weeks, it'll be time to pull the fences out. But for now, the Reconics cameras are set and the deer are moving. Luckily for Ernie, the Reconics catches a buck that immediately catches his attention.
We've got a deer at the farm. He is fully mature. When I say fully mature, this is a 4.5, 5.5-year-old buck. And he's got this beautiful Split G2, which makes him a 9-point. He's the Split G29. But this guy is coming into the alfalfa in the evening. It's almost like clockwork. But I don't ever want to count my chickens before they hatch. Happy opening day, everybody. I'm trying to sneak in here. Welcome to opening day.
Opening day of whitetail season for these guys and gals is always something special. But today for Ernie, opening day of bow season in Michigan is missing something special.
My little buddy couldn't make it today. He's under the weather. But I'm here, and God willing, something breaks loose. Here we go.
But this time, the rain kept at it, and both Ernie and the deer laid low.
The Split G29 walked in, just stuffing his face on beans and turnips and corn. And that's why I'm still pinned up here. I'm trying to get out. But I think he's gone now. I couldn't see him, so I buttoned everything up. But there you go. There you go. Part 1 of the Split G29 story. So.
Ernie's next chance to hunt comes a week later. He slips into the banks with hopes that his hard work over the summer would pay off early.
I'm smiling ear to ear because the season is here and I'm in a blind hunting. Thanks be to God. I've had what I'm calling the Split G29 coming in to this beautiful alfalfa that Benny O from Michigan Food Plot Services put in, and they are just keeping it mowed down. And they're feeding into these beans and corn mixed in with the turnips and greens and oats. This time of year, it's going to bring the bucks in. So, God willing, here we go. Wish us blessings. I'm going to say the rosary here once I get settled in. Yeah, don't be deceived by these food plots. You might look into it and see that there's some weeds. We dealt with this summer some unbelievable, unprecedented weed growth inside these plots this year, and they have been a beast to manage. I mean, Ben came out several times, and we knocked them back. He knocked them back. These weeds that came up almost add a type of security cover.
Yeah.
So they're coming into the plots feeling just a lot more comfortable. Don't be deceived. Remember, you can't judge a book by its cover. I didn't plan on saying that.
I feel like you're scripting that.
I'm not scripting that, but I don't ever want to count my chickens before they hatch. You can't judge a book by its cover. I'm not. They're just coming out.
Okay.
Great story. Compelling and rich.
Now, Ernie's the kind of guy who won't count his chickens before they hatch. But when this 2-year-old 8-point steps into view, it's clear it's one of those right place, right time, but wrong buck moments.
He's on the extremely protected list, so he fed in the alfalfa, snuck into these beans. But I'm thinking I might have to cut a couple some lanes straight away from me to shoot into it. But man, awesome encounter.
All right, it was really an awesome hunt today, October 6th. Beautiful day. However, the Split G29 was a no-show.
We're back in Michigan with Ernie DeSantis as he heads up to the Banks blind. Since his last sit, a few things had to be cleaned up. One being the new tinted windows in the blind.
This particular blind faces due west. It just gets hammered in the evening, which is when this plot is at its best. So, in order to attempt to reduce that sun, I got some of the new tinted windows by Banks. No tint. Tint.
And then there's the weeds, taking over like they own the place. Ernie had to mow out a few shooting lanes so he could make a clean shot. It's not perfect, but the deer don't seem to mind. If anything, that thick cover gives him a little extra confidence.
And I think we'll be in good shape. I think that'll help out a lot.
I'm coming in pretty late to this plot. I am running the risk of spooking something in here.
Beautiful cold front moved in. We had a bunch of south winds. This is the first north wind after a bunch of souths. Perfect for this blind. And guess who's been showing up like crazy? Split G29.
These deer are actually feeling very comfortable in this plot, so it's the first hunt with the new lanes and everything cut, so God willing, we get that big guy today. Here we go. Wish us blessings. Nuts. And this really nice, stocky, solid, fat, chunky 8-point came out, along with the 7, and right in my lane at 45 yards. Just got a different buck in mind.
What an awesome evening it's been so far. This is a little bit of a hard pass for me, but as I'm filming this, we'll call him pass buck, I look up off the LCD and I see the Split G29 enter the plot.
If you had a guarantee to shoot a 180-inch buck every single year, what important thing in your life would you give up?
Oh, if I shot a 180 every year, I'd probably get a lot of NIL deals, so I'd probably give up work and my career and just collect the NIL money.
I'm not going to give up anything because I feel like if I had a guarantee, it would take the fun out of hunting.
Not much I would really want to change or give up for that.
It sounded like a lie.
While this is not a 180-inch buck, or even a 150-inch buck, this is a mature buck, and the one Ernie has been waiting for.
I look up off the LCD, and I see the Split G29 enter the plot. He's already past my lane, but
if he keeps going on the same trajectory, there's one more lane left. After that, though, it's done. I just cannot get the shot off. I can't get the camera on him when he's in my lane, and when I get the camera on him, he's not in the lane. Again, if he keeps moving though, and steps into this last lane, I will have a beautiful, probably 30, 40 yard shot. If he steps out of this lane and I can't get on him, he's in the thickest stuff, and he'll be out of my life, probably forever. I just shot a Split G29. Oh, I gotta get some light on me. It's so dark in the blind here. Thanks be to God. It sounded like it whaled him and he just blew out. That was unbelievable. And the crazy part is, when I shoot, I like to sit and put my crossbow on a rest, but this time I couldn't. I had the camera, and I have to squat right over and shoot over the top of the camera. That's why that arrow comes in looking like it's going down. However, we're gonna review the footage. I'm gonna review the footage, see what I think. Review the video. The shot looks good, but man, I can't see the impact. He really tucks hard, and I mean, just really wheels away pretty hard. So I'm getting things buttoned up in the blind. God willing, please God. I'm gonna go collect this buck. All right, here it is. Here's the arrow. I mean, this looks absolutely perfect. You just heard that loud crack pop. I mean, it completely covered, bright red blood, maybe some bubbles in it. This is a really good sign.
Oh my gosh, thanks be to God.
Thanks be to God for everything, for all of it. This is probably one of my favorite hunts of my life. Everything worked to perfection. Thank you for always supporting me, and super thankful, most of all, to God and the blessings that He bestowed upon me to harvest this absolute tank of a Michigan buck.
Oh my God, look at this deer.
I have never seen anything like a body. Oh my gosh, this deer is huge. He fed out in the beans and in the area where the turnips and the oats were really coming in on the far side of the plot. It looked like time was gonna run out, but once they go through that corn, I've got one lane right there. And sure enough, they popped out, both at about 35 yards, and it was do or die. I had to swing the window open, and thanks be to God for that Banks 360 version, because it's got a window placed between the two windows. And that's the window I shot through. And sure enough, man, double lung with that Evo X arrow and the Evo X broadhead. This guy didn't run maybe 50 yards piled up. Thank you, Dad. Thank you, Mom, for allowing me to be out here. Thank you, Dad, for getting this farm and keeping it in the family all these years. And Stace, thanks for being there for me always and supporting me, pushing me to be the best version of myself. Tino and Vinny, I wish you were here today. Vinny, thanks for the call in the blind. Benny, oh, Michigan Food Plot Services, look at this, man. You grew another one, my big buddy.
Whitetail Fix is presented by Wildlife Research Center.